It's time. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to bring the regular September Home City Board of Zoning Appeals meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Kathy Gardner.
Present.
Patricia Hatcher. John Kissinger.
Here.
Anthony Romano. Dennis Warnick.
Here. All right, we have the previous meeting minutes for August. You two have a chance to look them over. Any corrections, discussions?
Nope.
If not, I entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve them as submitted.
I have a motion from Kathy. Second. I have a second from Dennis. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? One abstention.
So that's not an official motion.
We can't approve without three.
Yeah, I'd suggest you can table it.
Okay. I move to table it till the next meeting.
I second that.
All right, we're going to move this to the next meeting. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes. Okay. Old business. Okay, we gotta do the oath of the witness. Anybody here that's willing to speak tonight, please stand up and we will swear you in to speak.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, say I do. Thank you. You can be seated.
Thank you. Old business. We have 25-C-SE-2 Robinson Outdoor LLC. I was looking for a special exception for electrical message center billboard on 597 West Connexion Way. Nathan, staff report again.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So going to the slides. This is the special exception that was continued from last month. You considered the variances for the same-ish billboard last month, but it was on the opposite side of the lots. The petitioner has moved the location, made it compliant with all the setbacks, eliminated any need for the variance. However, the special exception for being a EMC billboard still is outstanding. And so that's what you have tonight. A couple of updates. Because of the change in location, it's actually kind of on the line between lots 6 and 8 in Armstrong Park, more on 8 than 6. Overall acreage between the two lots is 2 acres. Still the same owner, so we didn't have to re-notify. The continuation covered that. If it had changed ownership, then we, or drastically changed location, we would have had to re-notify. As I said, the proposal is to have an EMC for a billboard. The nature of the use, approximately the same size as the previous size faces. The final change between last month and this month is in order to avoid the other existing identification signs, building, a couple other factors I'm sure. They actually raised it up a little bit higher than it was. I believe last month it was 41 feet, and now it's being proposed to be 46.5 feet in height, which is still less than the maximum that is allowed for billboards. Going to reference materials, highlighted in blue are the 2 lots in question. A little closer view, as you may remember, the previous location was right here, and now it's a little bit farther over. So this is the survey site plan showing the leased area with the footprint of the proposed billboard there, the existing building. So this is within, well, I'll show you on the aerial in a second. Sign plan for reference, basically. But this is the location survey overlaid on the aerial. And highlighted in red is the proposed sign itself. And then I included this last month, and so I updated it. It's a little bit harder to judge because of the placement kind of set back farther. It was easy to tell last month when it was really close to the highway where it would line up, but that's my guess as to where the sign face would approximately be as you look west. Of course, eastbound it would be a very different angle. You have far less signs in the way. As you are eastbound, you've got a lot more distance there. So the westbound's a little bit more critical because of this intersection. So with that, same suggested conditions as last month, as granted as presented. Number 2 is basically, a lot of these are moot, but I just wanted to make sure they were here in the special exception as conditions of approval for future use if we needed them. Number 2 is that it wouldn't flash or otherwise have things that are bright and blinking, I guess. Number 3 is, I believe, actually from NDOT's requirements, current requirements. Number 4 is also from NDOT's current requirements. Again, these are just setting into local conditions what's already required by NDOT. Number 5 is that the sign would be available for local use, as had been discussed last month, their program, which is something that the EMA and city would, I think, really want to be a part of. And then number 6, any other NDOT requirements that may need to be met as part of their permitting. So including that as well. A lot of just standard conditions and making what's already required part of these conditions, again, for future. So not overly concerned about it overall. Going through the review criteria, doesn't seem like this would be particularly injurious, dangerous, or noxious. The brightness of it might cause glare. Again, that's what some of these things some of the conditions are meant to address. The visual impression, it's a sign. It lines up with other signs. The size is smaller than the maximum that's allowed for billboards. It is placed in a way that would line up and avoid existing signs. It is additional proliferation of signs, so there is always that, but in terms of the special exception tonight, the billboard could go up the way it is, get permitted tomorrow, assuming they had NDOT permitting. But in terms of the special exception for the EMC, you could actually make the argument that the EMC reduces the number of overall signs needed because it has the ability to rotate through signs and messages. So in some ways it may be a little different than what's out there, but in others it may actually have a more consistent visual impression. This doesn't have traffic associated with it, and I feel that this, with these conditions, would still preserve the purpose of the ordinance. So with that, any questions for me?
Dennis? Would the petitioner like to come to the podium and state your name and anything that Nathan might have left out?
Danny Marler with Robinson Outdoor. Thanks again for being here again. As Nathan has stated, taking your advisement on the location, setbacks, and everything else. I hope that I comply with most of every request that you asked of me. I don't think I missed anything, but we appreciate you guys' time, and hopefully we'll be able to provide good services to the community, good services to the city, the emergency management teams as well. We're pretty unique with that community minutes package that we put together. Again, like I said last time, a lot of people say they'll do things, but being in business, if it ain't black and white, it's not there. But we spent a lot of time putting that program together, and it's an ongoing development thing too. It's not something that's just been thrown together. It's just over years we've been just improving. We're trying to get with most of the state regulators as well, as far as like their safety messages that you see posted out on the interstate. They're switching to a lot of digital billboards on the interstate. We're trying to get with them, get into part of some of their programming for their emergency announcements and stuff like that. So, but anyway, does anybody have any questions for me regarding any changes or anything?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Thank you
for your time. Thank you guys.
Does anyone else here like to speak on behalf of petitioner? Does anyone here like to speak against petitioner? Hearing none, I close the floor, open to board discussion or motion.
My only comment was I wanted to thank you for, when I was out there, I was able to see the surveyor really painted the hot pink.
ma'am.
We could see it. Is where the stake is between the concrete and the concrete,
you
is
see
that where
that
the
in the
pole will be at?
Yeah.
Okay,
In
that's,
that journal area.
yes.
I mean, until they, like I said, a lot of times the ground tells you what you can do. If for some reason we did do a dig right, there's nothing there. But I've done dig rights before, found 10-inch water mains. So,
Okay,
God forbid, there's nothing in there, then we can go straight down right where that's at. And then the landowner will still be able to utilize that space just like he is now. We don't take anything away from that.
no, I appreciate being able to go out there, and I was able to find it without a problem. And
Thank you for that.
personally too, I really like this site so much better than the other site. So just think it really opens it up, and it doesn't interfere with the building or any of the other signage for the other businesses
That's
that
why
are
we
to
had
the
to bump it just
east.
a little bit, so we didn't interfere with their on-premise sign either.
Okay, good.
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion for the approval.
I second that motion.
I have a motion from Dennis and a second from Kathy. All those in favor?
Matter of clarification, that is with the staff's
With
conditions.
the staff's condition.
Thank you.
I agree.
All those in favor raise the right hand. Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to the next order of business, we have some new business. It's 25-C-VAR-11. Gina Cockrill is looking for a fence height and setback. Nathan, got the report?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Going to these slides. So variance 11 is located at 750 North Long Ridge Road, which is literally cat a corner from variance 10 that we dealt with last month. This is lot 60 of Chesapeake Landing. What is being proposed is to construct a 6-foot wood privacy fence to replace an existing 3 to 4 foot fence that was constructed in 2018 that's located within the setback. They intentionally, when they constructed that fence, they intentionally lowered it to be within where it is within the setback. So currently it is compliant with the code. The variance is to raise it up to 6 feet. As you know, maximum height of 4 feet is what's allowed within any required or platted front yards. Purpose, as I understand it, is to give privacy for the proposed swimming pool that the petitioner is working on building. So highlighted in blue is the subject site. The variance last month was this property. Previous variance from, I don't remember when, but a couple years ago, was the southwest corner. And for what it's worth, the northeast corner also has a fence that is also similar to the situation currently for this lot, of having a shorter fence in the right-of-way, excuse me, not the right-of-way, the platted front setback. So this would be the third lot at the same intersection that could possibly have a 6-foot fence within the front setback. Closer view, also of note, when they constructed this, they didn't realize that the sidewalk actually veered towards the street and the right-of-way doesn't, and so the fence actually goes into the right-of-way some. So they proposed to correct that somewhat and make it follow the right-of-way line as best as they can, I'm sure. And that was a complete error on the part of the installation. Wasn't intentional. Again, just trying to follow the sidewalk. So this is the proposed site plan showing the part that will become 6 foot here. So this part and down, and then it goes on up to the existing 6 foot to enclose the rest of the yard.
But there's a 6 foot right there off of the porch, right in front of the house, right? Or am I wrong?
The part that's not proposed to increase is currently 6 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this portion here
Is 6 feet.
is 6 feet. This portion is, and it kind of goes up along the sidewalk and on down, is approximately 3 to 4 feet. So that is the portion that's being proposed to increase. Going to the review criteria, I'm not going to say more. It's in the written staff report, and it's very similar to last month. So it's up to you to weigh out whether this is, again, appropriate. If there's anything that you may want to add as conditions, that's of course an option as well. So, any questions for me?
Kathy?
No.
Yes?
No.
Thank you, Nathan. The petitioner like to step to the podium, state your name and address, and tell us what you got going on.
Gina Cockrill, and I'm at 750 North Long Ridge Road here in Columbia City. So we are building a pool, and we would like to put the 6 foot fence just for more privacy on that side of the sidewalk.
Kathy, you have any question for the petitioner?
Gina, do you know of roughly how much of that fence you're going to remove? Like any idea of what that section there that you're going to remove? Do you know about?
I don't know the measurements. I just know that there happens to be like 2 posts like on the side, one on the side and one at the end that actually happen to meet up perfectly to like be within that property line. I don't know if I can show you.
Yeah, when I was out there looking at it, it appeared if you did straighten that fence up, you know, from where it starts to curve, if you just went on, you know, straight to the back fence, it alleviates a lot of that sticks out. I personally do not like fences in the front yard, even though it's kind of a side yard to you. I like to go follow the ordinance. However, we are here for a variance, and in looking at it both ways, I didn't feel like increasing the height of that fence to 6 feet would create any kind of a visual or obstructive, you know, situation. So, and I did see with you putting your pool in there, like I said, you've got a lot of activity going on in there. So, okay, that answers my question on that.
Do you have anything for the petitioner? Thank you.
Yep.
Does anyone else here that'd like to speak on behalf of the petitioner? Anyone here like to oppose the petition? Hearing none, I close the floor and open to board discussion.
Just have one quick question. in making a motion to approve the variance, if I were to make the motion, am I allowed to emphasize the removal of that portion of the fence?
You can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you could outright make that a condition if you wish.
Okay,
Make it a condition.
so if anybody doesn't have any more questions on that, I would like to make a motion to approve.
Well, hold on. We do have one thing. Pat is sick tonight,
Okay,
but she did want to relay a quick message. So, Amanda, you want to read that in?
When I talked to her, I asked her what she might want me to say on her behalf on this case. She said that when she considered the case from August, she felt in approving that one that yard, with strict application of the code, that yard would have been significantly reduced. And she also felt there wouldn't be any obstruction by what they proposed. But with this one, she felt like there would be some obstruction. So I told her I would voice that.
I
I
felt
guess I'm not
correct.
sure where the obstruction would be at.
Yeah.
Where would it obstruct somebody's view from their car?
Yeah, I didn't ask her to clarify that, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe she didn't realize that part was proposed to be removed. But that was her comment about that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Well, I guess I'll just comment that I was out there and took quite a bit of time viewing and driving different directions. I felt like last month's I was not in favor of. I just thought that it would look like a wall the way that you were going to be driving, you know, up and down the street, or how you were going to be able to look at that fence. This one here, I feel like if we remove that section and it goes to 6 feet, I don't feel like it's going to be detrimental to the area at all. So with that being said, I would like to then make a motion to approve variance 11 for the increase in the size, height of the fence from 4 feet to 6 feet, with a condition that that area of the fence that projects north, outside of the, you know, the property line there, be removed.
Got that, Nathan?
Does that make sense?
Man,
Amanda, you
Yeah.
got that?
got that, man?
Thank you.
Dennis, yeah,
Second.
Got a motion from Kathy and a second from Dennis. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? Motion carries.
Good
Good luck. Nathan, we have any other business tonight?
2 quick items. A reminder that the last 5th Monday training session for the year is coming up at the end of this month, September 29th. I believe that the topic will be basically just a community roundtable. Talk with Busco, talk with county, talk with South Whitley, and about what's going on. I'm sure the county will love to tell you all their tales about CAFOs and so on. And vice versa, whatever you want to let them know about fences. But in seriousness, I am planning on having at least some structure to it, but it won't be a specific, this is what you're learning. It'll be more of a roundtable format.
Over here.
Yeah, it should be here. Going off-site with the live streaming requirements it's just becoming more and more difficult to be able to do that. So until I get that worked out, we'll still be here. And then the other item, I'll let our legal counsel tell you.
Yes, I was talking to some of you before, but formally letting you know that Greg Hockemeyer will be taking over as BZA. He will, I know this doesn't apply to you, but he will also be taking over as the Plan Commission attorney, full-time legal counsel. So if you have any questions, Nathan has his email. If you want to reach out directly to him, he will start next month. If there is a meeting, he will be here. So, and he will continue. So it was a pleasure working with all of you, though.
You too. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Nathan.
That's it.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second that. Thank you, everybody.